What's up guys, Dennis here, hope you're doing well. I want to do a video for you on my experience with that little guy right there, the BMW welcome light logo. So quick backstory, I've actually purchased these in the past. I have two pairs. These I just have in the trunk because they don't work too well. So, and that's not from the same company that made those that I have on currently. I had purchased a pair for the front and the back, and after a couple of months I got this really bad artifact on the driver's side, and it was like the shape of like a hook or an S. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it was water or heat or what, but obviously went to get that. It looks ridiculous, and it was big. It was across the entire actual logo, so it looked pretty ridiculous. So I ended up taking that one off, and then it ended up happening for the passenger side. I'm like, okay, there's something to this. Put those in the back, bought a new set, thinking, okay, maybe they just went bad. It's a new set, same company. Same thing happened a couple months later, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of silly now. So that's what you're looking at here. This is kind of what they look like if this thing would focus on this crazy thing right here. There you go. So yeah, so I actually have two pairs. What I actually did was, instead of just kind of getting rid of them completely, I took out the little film. If you take it apart, there's like 3 mirrors and a film. The film has the actual logo on it. So I took it out, put it in the back doors, and now it has like a bluish light, brighter than the original ones, and looks good. So I just left them in the back. So I only have the logos in the front. So those are just kind of sitting there. I don't use them anymore. But those that you see there is a new pair from a different company. So I wanted to review these. I've had these on here for a little bit. I feel like they actually look a little bit better than these right here, or the old ones, as far as like resolution, a little bit more crisp. So I want to do a review on it, share my experience a little bit, just so you have an idea of what you might be able to expect if you get other different types of brands and stuff. Haven't had these on for too long, as long as these, and in the case that those go bad or the same thing happens to them, then I'll change the links and stuff, and I'll do like a little update or something, so you know if you're watching this video that there was an issue with the previous ones, or the ones that you're I'm recommending in this video. So I like these because I feel like they were had a better resolution. They were the same exact logo, but I feel like these have a little bit better resolution. So I'll keep an eye out on these. But let's jump in, move a little closer so you can see the resolution. I remember when I was looking at these, there were very few videos on them. The videos are crappy quality. They were short videos. No one was talking about anything. It was just like they'll show it at night and just kind of go, then talk about where to get them, what brand, any of that stuff. So hopefully this is a little helpful to you. But without further ado, let's jump right into it so you can see a little bit high resolution, and I'll show you a little bit of the installation and how it goes. So here you have the logo a little bit more up close, so you can have a better idea of what it looks like. I remember when I was looking at videos before I bought these, I didn't find any videos that took up a kind of like a close-up shot of what it looks like and the resolution, that sort of thing. And I think there's a couple others out there that exist that look a little bit different, slightly different logos, but this is what this one looks like. Let's go ahead and try to take this bad boy out so I can show you what it looks like and how to install it. There you go. Okay, so essentially it's just it's a light, right? So what you want to do is, there's actually a small little cable here. The cable comes installed in one end. You can actually take it out, but it's a little plug. It goes in on one end, and essentially there are 2 pins. Now you won't see it here, and what I'll do is I'll show you up close how it looks and how to connect it, but it's super simple, and I'll show you how to do it. But essentially there's a light, a cable that runs out of the bottom of your door for the existing welcome lights. You pull that cable out, and then you insert these 2 pins into the holes where the existing welcome light goes. But this is essentially how it looks. And I believe you can rotate the light. I'm not sure. I know on the other one that I had, I was able to rotate the light just to give you better rotation, whatever your preference is. But essentially this is what it looks like. And I like these. You know, I haven't had this one long enough to know if what happened with the original ones that I had got is going to happen with this one. But it's a super easy little project, or a little enhancement you can do to your car for super inexpensive, and you can install it in 2 minutes. So I would recommend these. I like them. And you can put them in the front or the back of the car. So it's really up to you where you want to put it. Right now I only have them in the front. Again, I only have the blue lights. I took out the BMW logos out of the actual lights in the rear, and I just have the blue lights. But let me show you what it looks like and how to connect it up with the lights on, so you can see what it looks like a little bit more easily. Okay, so here we are. So I want to show you how to install this. Again, it's super simple. First we take out the light. Now this is obviously the one I'm reviewing. It's not the original one, but the original one looks very, very similar to this. Might be a different color, but it fits in the exact same way as it's the same shape. Essentially you pop this out, right? And now this is a cable that comes out. The original welcome light is connected to, and essentially the way this comes, I'll pull it out here. The light comes like this, right? It has this little plug in here. See if you can see it. There you go. It may come inside this jack already, this slot, or it might come apart. You might have to actually enter it and insert it once you're going to install it. But essentially, you plug it in there. This comes with 2 little pins right there, right? And all you do, as you can see, in here you see those metal connectors. That's where you want to insert the pins, right? So what I do is I straighten out the cables, because sometimes they're twisted. I straighten them out so that I get the pins in the right place. Insert it in. Put this back in your door. It's worth mentioning, when I first did this, taking out the original welcome lights was very difficult. It was a very tight, snug fit. So you might want to use maybe a flathead or some trim tools. Plastic trim tools are probably would be the best bet, so you don't carve up the bottom of your door. But it was super tight for me, and I had to kind of pull back some of the edges to get it to fit a little bit more easily, because it was like carving up my hands trying to pull that out. And you don't want to pull too hard and mess up the cable or snap the whole light in half from putting too much pressure where it doesn't go. But hopefully that was helpful to you, for those that might be thinking that this is going to be a bigger project, or they have to deal with like a lot of wiring and things like that. So yeah. Anyway guys, I hope you got something out of that. Installation is super simple. I like the lights that I have installed now. In the case that they go bad in a couple of months, or get artifacts or something like I mentioned that I had with the previous ones, I'll swap out the link in the description so you know that I'm not promoting something that went bad on me, and I'll add an annotation to the video just so that you're aware of it. If you have any questions and comments, leave them below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.